What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, undefeated 3-division world champion, superstar boxer, Gervonta Tank Davis, 26 wins, no loss, no draw, 24 big wins by way of knockout. He is 27 years of age, 5'5" with a 67-inch arm reach. Gervonta Tank Davis responds to the highly anticipated undisputed showdown being confirmed today between undefeated WBC lightweight world champion superstar boxer Devin "The Dream" Haney, 27 wins, no loss, no draw, 15 wins by way of knockout, 5'9" with a 72-inch arm reach, and newly crowned undefeated Australian star boxer George Kambosos Jr., 20 wins, no loss, no draw, 10 wins by way of knockout, 28 years of age, 5'9.5", with a 69-inch arm reach, scheduled to take place June 4th here in the States, June 5th in Australia. The fight is going to take place in Australia, so that means June 4th here in the States, as they are a day ahead of the United States. So in Australia to be June 5th. With that said, we know Gervonta Tank Davis has been very vocal on social media discussing his displeasure and unhappiness with his current situation with longtime promoter, legendary retired Hall of Fame iconic superstar boxer Floyd Money Mayweather Promotions, and it looks like Gervonta Tank Davis is heading out of his deal with them after this fight, his upcoming May 28th showdown with Rolando Rolly Romero, who is also a stablemate of his, a Mayweather Promotions fighter. And Rolando Rolly Romero is 14 wins, no losses, no draw, 12 wins by way of knockout. He is 26 years of age, 5'8" with a 68-inch arm reach. But with that said, Gervonta Tank Davis, he made it be clear when people are saying that Gervonta Tank Davis is the WBA, World Boxing Association lightweight regular champion, and the WBA president, Gilberto Mendoza, has ordered that Gervonta Tank Davis fight the winner of that fight. So when people were saying that Gervonta Tank Davis, he was liking it, essentially confirming that he wants to fight the winner, okay? And his longtime trainer and mentor, Coach Calvin Ford, has explained that Gervonta Tank Davis is simply not happy with not landing the big names, the big fights. Most importantly, the biggest name he's looking to seek out to fighting is Olympic two-time gold medalist, 3-division world champion, former unified lightweight world champion, Ukrainian superstar boxer Vasyl "High-Tech" Lomachenko, 16 wins, 2 losses, no draw, 11 wins by way of knockout, 33 years of age, 5'6" with a 66-inch arm reach. With that said, Gervonta Tank Davis, he stated that that's a fight that he wants, according to Coach Calvin, and he's tired of waiting around for not securing either the Lomachenko fight or a fight with Devin Haney or a fight with George Kambosos Jr. And so, he wants these big names. So when asked about this fight between Devin Haney and George Kambosos Jr., Gervonta Tank Davis, he states that, he's going to make more money than them put together, but due to the fact that they're going to fight for undisputed in those sanction bodies, those belts, that they're going to pay more money than he's going to. So they're not going to make as much money as he makes, and now they got to pay out even more money for holding those sanction fees. And then he stated that he'll beat both of them. Okay, so he believes, obviously, he's confident that he'll beat Devin Haney. He's confident that he'll beat George Kambosos Jr. He's confident that he'll beat the likes of Ryan Garcia, and he obviously is confident that he could beat Vasyl Lomachenko. Lomachenko has been calling out Gervonta Tank Davis for the better part of about 2 years now, or maybe even more, before he even fought Teofimo Lopez, former unified lightweight world champion, and lost that fight. He was calling out Gervonta Tank Davis, saying that that's a fight that he wanted. But obviously, Vasyl Lomachenko is with legendary promoter, Top Rank CEO, and promoter Bob Arum, ESPN and Top Rank. And Gervonta Tank Davis is with Floyd Mayweather Promotions, PBC, Premier Boxing Champions, and Showtime, Stephen Espinosa, president of Showtime Sports. So they will have to do a joint network promotional fight. And so when it comes to, oddly enough, when it comes to George Kambosos Jr. and Devin Haney, he doesn't have those roadblocks because they're essentially network promotional free agents. George Kambosos Jr. is with Lou DiBella, but Lou DiBella doesn't have any exclusive rights to any network, okay? And when it comes to Devin Haney, he has his own promotional company in DHP with father, trainer, manager, and CEO Bill Haney, and they co-promote with Matchroom CEO promoter Eddie Hearn, and they do fights on the zone, but they're not exclusively tied to anybody. So if they need to go to Showtime to fight Gervonta Tank Davis, they both can possibly do that. Okay. With that said, now Devin Haney has signed a multi-fight deal with ESPN to get a deal done to fight George Kambosos for Undisputed and to create history. Okay. So Gervonta Tank Davis is saying that who cares about the fight because he gets paid more than both of them put together. And they're going to have to pay even more money because they're going to hold all those sanction fees and those sanction belts. And he would beat both of them. Well, I have to completely disagree with Gervonta Tank Davis. He does not make more than both of them put together. Actually, he makes about the same amount of money as Devin Haney has made in his last couple of fights, because I've been privy to some information sources that told me that Devin Haney's making about $5 million his last fight with Joseph Jojo Diaz, and about the same amount he made in his Jorge Linares fight. Okay, so he's making pretty penny, maybe slightly more than Gervonta Tank Davis, maybe slightly less. But is he making Gervonta Tank Davis making a whopping difference between himself and Devin Haney? He's not. Okay, and Gervonta Tank Davis is getting his money on the back end because we saw that he's getting a guaranteed purse about $1.5 to $2 million, and then he's getting his money on the back end because his fights are on pay-per-view. Okay, so with that said, Devin Haney is not fighting on pay-per-view, and he's getting around the same amount of money. So you can imagine if Devin Haney was fighting on paper, and Devin Haney, yes, he has to share some of the percentage with Eddie Hearn and Matchroom because he co-promotes with them, but he gets the lion's share of the promotions, where Gervonta Tank Davis is not getting the lion's share. Okay, he's getting a flat fee, and then he's getting pay-per-view money on the back end. And it's been reported that his pay-per-view with his last fight, December 5th, against Isaac Pitbull Cruz, just didn't do that well. Okay, there was some reports that it did 50,000, 40,000, not even 100,000 pay-per-view buys. So if he's banking on that and his pay-per-view is not doing that well, that could be a big part of the reason why he's not happy. Why? Because he just stated that they're putting his ticket sales on sale a month before his fight, and he's not happy. And he said they're doing so as if I'm Michael Jackson. That's not going to work. So it's abundantly clear he's not happy with the way things are being promoted. And because you got to think, if his fight with with Isaac Pitbull Cruz was a major success, why would he be displeasured with the fact that they're not putting his tickets on sale correctly? Okay, he's only not happy because he feels like something wasn't right in the last fight, and he wants them to get it right for this fight. Okay, and so with that said, Gervonta Tank Davis is on pay-per-view, no doubt. He's the biggest superstar than all of these guys. Okay, there's no doubt about that. But as far as him making more money than Devin Haney and George Kambosos Jr. put together, that's not true. Okay, does he believe he's confident he can win the fight? I'm sure he does. I do believe there's a big part of Gervonta Tank Davis is not happy because he wants to prove that he's better than these other fighters that he's getting compared to, and the fact that he's not fighting these big fights. And well, they're fighting each other because George Kambosos Jr. has fought Teofimo Lopez. Now he's going to fight Devin Haney. Teofimo Lopez has fought Vasyl Lomachenko, and he fought George Kambosos Jr. Vasyl Lomachenko has fought Teofimo Lopez, and we know the other names. Lomachenko's resume pretty much speaks for itself. He fought Gary Russell Jr., so he's fighting the big names. They're all fighting each other outside of Ryan Garcia. The rest are fighting each other. Devin Haney has to jump through hoops and hurdles to get the fight, but guess what? Now he's getting the fight with George Kambosos Jr., and it looks like on the back end of that, he's going to get a fight with Vasyl Lomachenko. Okay, so they're getting an opportunity to prove themselves and build their legacy. And I believe this is a deterrent factor that Gervonta Tank Davis is using because of frustration to point out his financial gains as to why he can compare to when being compared to the other guys in his division. So with that said, it looks like Gervonta Tank Davis is going to exit stage left. You heard Floyd Mayweather come out today, and Floyd Mayweather, he stated, well, nothing lasts forever. He wished Gervonta Tank Davis well. He thought he did a good job, but it is what it is. Okay, so that sounds like a farewell speech, okay, a parting speech. And Gervonta Tank Davis, he put up a post of GTD, Gervonta Tank Davis Promotions, he, when people say that he's going to stay with PBC, Showtime, and Al Heyman, he liked that, okay? So looks like he's going to leave, but he's going to stay with the PBC. So these fights that he's looking to make, they're going to get done. Steven Espinosa is going to make sure these fights get done. So let's see how this unfolds. But he's the mandatory, but since this is a 2-fight deal, Devin Haney has to fight George Kambosos. Should he be victorious, he's going to have to rematch him immediately in Australia once again. So that means Gervonta Tank Davis getting an opportunity to fight the winner of this fight is going to be put on hold. But after this fight with Rolando Rolly Romero, he's going to be able to move more freely. Maybe they pursue a fight with Lomachenko at that point in time. If Lomachenko wants to stay active, okay, and wait for the winner of that fight, well, that just makes sense because that's the fight he's been seeking out. Now, Lomachenko obviously is, inactive because Lomachenko is dealing with the unfortunate chain of events and situations in his home country, the Ukraine, and he's on the front line. So with that said, we don't know when he's going to come back, but there's big fights that can be made for sure for Gervonta Tank Davis. So let's see how everything unfolds and plays out moving forward. But that's all I got for y'all. Make sure you hit the like button, drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue, Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to New Media. Shout out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.